Good morning. This is Mr. Bill, and I just wanted to try to bless you guys the best I know I can today. The video I want to make today involves mostly our thoughts. Um, how much does our thought process destroy us and do us damage? Our mind is one of the most powerful things, and what we can do with our mind and the way we think is insane. One thing I talk about a lot when I'm doing ministry in the jail is um, the thought about would be think about what you're thinking about. How many times we live life but we don't think about our life? So it'd be like to take the last hour of our life and think about what we thought about in that last hour. Was it positive or was it negative? Was it demeaning? Was it anger, resentment toward others? What was it? The root cause of our problems. Most people, I firmly believe, are going through hard times. They're discouraged, they're depressed, they're broken. They're angry, they're bitter, they're resentful, they're offended. And they're in a prison. So, what happens if we think about what we're thinking about and we study, so to speak, what we're thinking about? We seek out and we find those areas in our life where we're a mess. Or anger, resentment, whatever is getting us in a bad spot. Now, there's a saying that goes, beginning is half done. How many people just live life but never have a plan to change their life? They have no plan to do anything different. They just keep doing what they've always done. One phrase I bring up and think about a lot is this phrase, and I want you to think about it because it's powerful. Keep doing what you've always done. Keep getting what you've always got. How many people live that road and nothing changes? They're not working on themselves to become a better version of themselves. They're not looking into their life, trying to find those things that are destroying their life. I was talking to somebody yesterday and they were saying how things have changed since, say, 1970s. Man, people looked out for each other and cared about each other, and it was just a totally different environment. This man was saying it's just the last couple years how people are mean, are selfish, are angry, are broken, are depressed. I think he's right. So if a person is walking in that road, they're willing to do something about it, and what's your plan? I do ministry in a jail, and one time I was sitting in the jail, and Billy comes in. We just got started talking about some of the things that I'm talking about and making changes in our life. And he says, I'm going to do a self evaluation of me and develop a plan for 1 week. see what happens. So he did that. He came back the next week transforming, just excited. This went on for the next probably 7 weeks till he got released. And the transformation in Billy's life was pretty astounding to me. It opened my mind to see the destruction we do in our lives and the lack of doing anything about it. One of the most powerful things we have in our lives is our mind. It's just amazing. And one of the things that can be absolutely, totally destructive in our lives is our self-talk. I'm stupid. I can't do that. I'm backwards. I'm an idiot. I don't have no gifts. Or he did this to me and I'm angry and I'm not going to forgive him at all. I resent what that person did to me. Anger, resentment. So we keep running this crap over and over and over in our mind. And we begin to believe it. What are you telling yourself? What are you talking about in yourself? How much bitterness and anger you carrying? Who ain't you forgiven? The good Lord gave us a life and he wanted us to have a very good life. But we destroy it by the things we think and do. There's a lot of brokenness in this world, a lot more than there needs to be. A lot of worry, a lot of anxiety, a lot of stuff. What about your attitude? You got a negative, bitchy attitude? Or do you trying to carry a positive attitude? Do you carry gratitude? Do you carry thankfulness? I ran across a Powerball yesterday and I'm still thinking on this, but it seems so powerful. Because I think there's a lot of people who walk in worry, fear, and anxiety, along with brokenness, pain, and hurt type stuff. But it went, you can't have anxiety if you got gratitude. Now, what does that look like? Is that right? How much power, how much power does a positive attitude, thankfulness, and gratitude carry? What does it look like if we're not grateful and thankful and positive and everything is negative and everything's wrong? What does our life look like? Here's one that people don't think a lot about that is a destroyer, is selfishness. It's about me, looking out for number one. It's all about me, but never about loving well. And then when does that look like in a person's relationships? For me, Bible talks about denying self, take up your cross and follow him. Do people think there is advantages to living selflessly? What about relationships? You want to burn up the relationships in your life. Think about yourselves. Don't give a crap about anybody else and see what your relationships look like. Have a bad attitude, be bitter, angry, resentful, or whatever. Are you going to walk alone? A lot of people burned a lot of bridges in their life because they're just not loving well. And what does that mean to love well? What does that look like? Think about life, guys. Destruction of your life, of others' lives, what it does to you. If we're not operating in love of neighbor well, I feel that reflects right back onto me and how I like me and my relationships. I'm around a lot of meth addicts. When you start doing meth, your life falls apart really fast. And it changes you as a person and in your thinking. Before long, you're crapping on everybody around you. Nobody trusts you. And little by little by little, everybody leaves you. The only thing you got left is your druggie buddies. You're all in the same boat, broken, hopeless, and discouraged, and lost. It's a hard road out. And I firmly believe in a lot of ways what makes it a harder road out is because we got no relationships or friends because we crapped on them all. And now we walk alone. And then it takes us to right back full circle. Who am I? Who do I want to become? And how am I going to get there? Life's a tough road. Most people may start a project like this and then they get to the point where it's too hard. And they basically quit. You're stuck. You might say, in some ways, to live a good life takes a lot of work. Are you willing to have the staying power to work on you, to work on your life? Are you willing to bring God into it so that he can take the ball and chain away by asking him to forgive you of sin and things you've done? And then to walk from those things, walk into the light. and the power of healing. Just some thoughts I want to share with you guys, trying to bless you. But the heartbreaking thing is, I can't bless you. Wish I could. I mean, I'm blessing you now the best I can, but I wish I could change you, is probably the better word. To make your life whole and full in those areas of hurt. I can't, though. It's your journey. You got to do it on yourself. How committed are you? Do you want it? And you're willing to do anything to find peace, joy, and love. To find the fruits of God's Spirit, the peace, joy, love, kindness, gentleness, goodness, patience, self-control. It's there for you guys. Go after it. It's worth it. God bless you.